Good morning, everybody. Hey, I want to make a video about how I build my wood arrows. And I'm not going to just sit here and build an arrow, but I am going to explain to you step by step how I do it. Now, I apologize, they're doing some bulldozer work way back there behind my house, and so you're going to hear that. But Daisy, you stay right here. She'll be chasing deer before you know it. So I want to show you guys how I build mine. And I'll go over all the stuff. And first of all, let me explain to you. I don't build arrows to be pretty. I mean, I don't. I build for function. There's a few requirements I have to have. Number one, a tough arrow. I shoot Douglas fir arrows. I think they're really tough. And as a matter of fact, this judo point arrow right here, I don't own a bag target or a 3D. I do all of my practicing with one of these. And there's a dirt bank I shoot broadheads in sometimes. But this is the second set of feathers I put on this arrow. That's how long it's lasted, and I shoot a lot. So I want a durable arrow, and Douglas fir is that. Way more durable and heavier than cedar. So I like Douglas fir. I'm sure there's others out there, but this works for me. But there's a few things you need, and then I won't name them all off. I'll just talk about them as I go. First of all, you need some wood shafts. I buy my shafts from Sherwood shafts. And anyway, this is a dozen I bought here. I've already stained them, but you got to have some good shafts. And you can call them up, and there's a lot of info on figuring out what spine you need. And so you can you could do a search on YouTube about how to find your spine and all that stuff to get the correct arrow, right? These are parallel arrows. You can get tapered arrows in the back and barrel. There's all kinds you get. I just get plain old parallel shafts. The first thing I do is stain my arrows. Well, first thing I do is straighten them, and there's hardly zero straightening on these. You just look at it. If it's got a bend in it, say if the bend is like this, like a rainbow, I'll lay it down and smash it down with the rainbow down, and take my knife, actually this pocket knife right here, that has this little rounded side here, and I'll score it like that, and that makes it stay straight. And you can get on the kitchen table that's flat and roll them on the table and see anything you got that's crooked. And then I have one of these, which is a taper tool. One end is for tapering the knock, the little short one there, and the other end is for tapering the point end, for the broadhead. And this is you can get there's a little cheap one, a little pencil sharpener thing, but it's no count. It really don't do that well. One of these, you can replace the blades in them, and it's not really expensive. If you start building your wood arrows, there's some initial cost goes with it. That's really not a lot. Daisy Mae, right here. And I apologize, but she'll be gone before I know it. So anyway, you need one of these for tapering your arrows. And there again, I'm not after beauty. Like my buddy Dendy Cromer, he built these arrows. They are beautiful, and I appreciate it. They work good. I've killed a hog with these arrows. But for me, all I want an arrow to do is hunt. That's it. I hope I break it on the ribs of the next animal I shoot. But this is more or less what I'm after right here. I just got a stain on it where it's not bright. I got this one for green feathers for turkey hunting and white knocks. All right, so here we go. This is the whole point of this video, is a no frills arrow that's affordable, that works good, and is durable. So the first thing I do is stain my arrow shafts. After I've got them straight, I take them and I use this stuff here, a water-based wood stain. You can pick out whatever color you want, and take some rubber gloves, because I get crap all over me when I do stuff. Get you a paper towel, dip it in there, and just wipe the stain on the shaft there, and lay them all out and let them dry. And then I don't mess with them again for a day or two. And then I put my knocks on them. And so I use my short-sided taper tool, put it on the end and turn it. Don't force it, just let it cut. And then I have my knock. But one thing I use this is a regular old stick of hot melt like you do crafts with. I'll heat it, put a dab on my nock end of my arrow, and then I'll barely put a little heat on that and screw my, put my nock on and hold it for a second, and it'll dry just like that. I'll put a mark on the arrow where I want my, the way I want to orient my nock, so I don't have to hunt it, because that stuff will dry pretty quick. The reason that I use this stuff is, you can use all those other kind of glues, but like if you hit something solid, I know it's happened to you and your nock pops off. I've never had a nock since I've been using this. I mean, they made one pop off today, but I've never had a nock pop off using that stuff right there. It aligns good and it sticks just like that. So that's how I get my nock on there. So we got them straightened, we got them stained, and now we got nocks on them. All right, so the next thing you want to do is seal them. Well, I learned this from Mark Harrison here. Just get you some good lacquer and spray can. Everybody buys tubes and dips and does all that stuff. You can do it that way. It's probably the right way, but this is the way I do it, and it works. But you can tie your two strings between two trees, tie a string between two trees, get you some clothespins, and hang that joker up with the clothespin like that on the nock you've already installed, just like that. And then spray them. I go by and spray them. This stuff dries like that. I'll spray them, spray all of them. I usually do my Arrow 6 at the time. I'll spray all of them, give it a little bit. I'm doing something. I come back over there, spray them again, do it again. I'll take light wool after about the second time and I don't sand them. I just kind of wipe one time, and I'll spray them a lot, 5 or 6 times. Put a lot of coats on there. And then I don't do nothing with them for a day or two after that, right? So then one expense that you really need is a fletching jig. This is an old Martin fletching jig I bought. And you can spend as much money as you want to on these. Some of these are really expensive, but I bought this Martin fletching jig. I'm willing to bet it's 35 years old, 30, 35. And I've been going to mount it to a board. I just have never done it. But that's something you need to buy as a fletching jig. And so I think I give 25 bucks for this. And it allows you, you can set for whatever kind of, helical you want on your arrows, how much curve you want in them on the feathers. And I shoot left wing, and I don't know why. Just the guy who taught me how to make arrows, Jim Vaness, he shot left wing, and he said you got to have left wing. So that's what I got. And anyway, that's a pretty good deal. I lost a little screw out of there, so I put an arrow point in there. Tell me I can't make something work. But all right, here we go. I usually use 5.5 inch feathers, and I trim them down right there a little bit. They kind of blunt on the end, I guess you'd say, but I like them being high back like that. And I fletch them up. I put a lot of glue around the front here and the back, and then I'll actually put some in here and wipe it. I don't care how it looks. I just want it to be functional and the feathers not come off. Like I said, I've shot the one set of feathers off of these, and that don't mean they came off. They just got completely ragged out from shooting so much. Douglas fir arrows are very good, very good. And so, all right, so we got feathers on them, and that's it. You let them dry, and like I said, I go back and add glue to them. Then, from Three Rivers, or it's probably anywhere, but I get mine from Three Rivers. I get the glow-in-the-dark fluorescent wraps. You shine your light on them, they glow. And they come in pieces that's enough to do that arrow, but I just cut little strips out of them. I usually put one there and one there. Help you locate your arrow after dark. And really helps you save you on blood trails a lot of times. You shoot a deer and he breaks the arrow off, runs, and you'll find that broke piece with your flashlight pretty easy. So I'll have them on every arrow. I hadn't put any on these yet. I got to buy some more of it. I'm out. But you can see on Dendy's arrow, I got it on Dendy's arrow as well. Dendy built some beautiful arrows right here. And this is about the color your shaft's going to be if you don't stain them right here. And that's a little bright for me. But these are beautiful, especially for hunting deer. Good arrows, you can see them. But that's how I build an arrow. When it comes to putting your points on, it's really simple. You got to figure out what length you want, and your point, most everybody knows this, but your point will go up to about that far in So you can't cut it off, then you're going to glue your point in, it's going to go past it. So you got to allow for that. But I shoot heavy points, heavy arrows. I believe in it. This arrow is about 680 grains. And I have, the way I get that weight out of it is I want it to be a little bit weight forward too, because that helps. Contrary to what everybody tells you, weight forward does help your arrow flight. And I like the penetration of it like that. So I put a 100 grain woody weight, it's called, on here. Then this is a 135 grain judo. And my arrows, I didn't bring a broadhead with me, but I put the same thing with my broadhead. I shoot a 125 Woodsman's, 135 grain No Mercies, an assortment of broadheads that weigh 125, 135 grains. You could really get heavy if you wanted to by, have that woody weight and throw a 200 grain head on there to give you 300 grains up front. That'd be pretty solid. But I'm not worried about speed. I want penetration. So basically that's how I build wood arrows. This is the glue I use for my wood. It's not real fast dry. Now the stuff I'm doing here is not for being in a hurry. I mean, if you're in a hurry, you probably need to look up some other ways. But this is sitting around, I can mess around and build a dozen arrows in a couple days. And you don't have to wait so far in between the stain and the lacquer. I just do. And every now and then, like after everything's good and all, and I've used them some, I'll go back and respray them again with the lacquer. Hold my hand right there and just respray them and keep adding that protection to them, especially my judo arrow. I'll go back and this one here is time to respray it now. You can see it's been shot a lot. And I'll go back and respray it. These Douglas fir, I have had a couple of them I've shot so much that I shot the wires off the judo. And if anybody knows much about judos, I can tell you that's a whole lot of shooting. So I would tell you to get Douglas fir arrows. Cedar are beautiful. They smell good when they break. That's the problem. You smell them a lot because they break a lot. And you can get some heavy ones, but not so much. For you guys shooting tournaments that didn't want a heavy arrow that heavy, you could when you order your arrows from Sherwood, you can tell them about what arrow weight you're looking to get out of the spine that you're ordering, and they'll sort them for you. And that's good info to know. Don't just know what like when you get some arrows, and it'll have wrote on the little ticket there that how much they weigh and the spine. Always remember that, because then when you order some next time, you want to tell them how much, you want the weight to be the same, so everything is about the same. All right, that's how I build wood arrows. It's the cheap way. It's out here, it's kind of sloppy, but I guarantee you they work. They shoot good and affordable. I may have, the feathers are outrageous these days. If you cut your own feathers, you're saving some money. But I got maybe $65 in a dozen arrows that are solid, that'll last a long time. It's a pretty good deal. I built 3 dozen arrows, and I got maybe I bulk bought some of the feathers and all. I probably got $150 in 3 dozen arrows. You can't beat that. So thank y'all for watching. Y'all keep the good Lord first, and see y'all next time.